By watching this video, I'm hoping that means you've already watched how to multiply binomials times binomials. Now we're going to do binomials times trinomials and trinomials times trinomials. Here we go. I'm going to show you two methods. I'm going to show you the distributive property and the box method and how that works with these bigger types of multiplication problems. I do not have a FOIL because FOIL only worked when I did a binomial times a binomial. All right, here we go. The distributive method. I'm basically going to multiply my first term times each of the terms in the trinomial. So 3x times x squared is just 3x cubed. 3x times negative 2x is negative 6x squared. And 3x times 1 is just 3x. And then I'm going to do the bottom part, negative 2 times each of these. And I'll have negative 2 times x squared is negative 2x squared. Negative 2 times negative 2x is positive 4x. And then negative 2 times the 1 is negative 2. Alrighty, now it's time to put everything together. I see that I have a like term with the x squareds. And I also have like terms with the x's. All right, time to finally combine all the like terms. 3x to the power of 3 looks like negative 8x squared, positive 7x, minus 2. There you go. This might look a little weird because the trinomial is first, but you can always switch the places and have the binomial go first. All right, this time we're going to do the box method. I chose to make a 3x2 box. I could have done it the other way and made it a taller box. It doesn't really matter as long as one of the directions has 3 boxes and the other direction has 2 boxes. And here I've put all of the numbers above the columns and beside the rows. So let's get moving here. Negative 5x cubed times negative 6x cubed would be, let's see, that's a 30, and then I have 6 x's. The next one, negative 5 times 4 is positive 20, and then I'll end up with 4 x's there. And then negative 5 times negative 3 is positive 15, x to the third. All right, next one, 6 times 6 is negative 36, and then x cubed. 6 times negative 4 is negative 24, and then the x. And 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. Oh, you're hearing my cat in the background having a sneezing fit, but we're going to keep moving. All right, do I see any like terms? I do. Let's put that in a different color. We have it this one and this one. We're going to put those two together. And so our final answer should be 30x to the power of 6 plus 20x to the power of 4. Oh, here we go. Let's see. That's a minus, looks like a 21x cubed minus 24x minus 18. Whew, there you go. All right, here we go. A trinomial times a trinomial. Kind of big, but what I'm going to teach you with the distributive property and with the box, you can use for any size polynomials. Now, the one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to draw arrows this time because that is going to get really messy. So instead, I'm going to go ahead and put a check mark here that tells me that that's the one I'm on. And I'm going to multiply that term by each of the terms inside the other polynomial. So here we go. Negative x squared times negative 2x squared is a positive 2x to the 4. And then negative x squared times 7x would be a negative 7x to the 3. And then negative x squared times 1 is just negative x squared. All right. Then I'm going to do the next one, this one right here. And again, I'm going to just multiply times each of these. And I'm actually going to put it underneath. And I'll show you why in just a sec. Negative 2x times negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. And then I'm going to have 3 x's there. And then negative 2 times 7 is negative 14, and I'll have 2 x's. And then negative 2x times 1 is just negative 2x. All right, one more level here. I'm going to do this one, and again, times each of the terms. Negative 2 times negative 2 is 4, and then I have x squared. Negative 2 times 7 is negative 14, and then x. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. All right, the reason I stacked them up like this, there's no real big reason other than I just didn't have enough room across my screen to write them all out. But now I'm going to start looking for like terms. And so there's nothing like the 2x to the power 4. So he's going to be my starter. And then I have this guy and this guy. Is there any other that has x to the power of 3? The answer is no. And so that would be a negative 3x to the power of 3. And then, look right here, I love this. This is in a diagonal. These are all x squareds. So 4 plus negative 14 is negative 10, and then another negative 1 is negative 11, x squared. Then I have negative 14x and negative 2x. That's negative 16x, and then minus 2. There you go. I'm done. All right, one more example, and this time we're going to use the box. Since I have 3 terms by 3 terms, my box is going to be a 3 by 3 box. Labeling it, it doesn't matter which trinomial you put where. I could have put the second trinomial on top and the first one down the side. It really doesn't matter. All right, here we go. 2 times 3 is 6, and then I have 4 x's. 2 times negative 2 is 4, and then I have 3 x's, and then this is a 4 with an x squared. Next row, negative 3 times 3 is negative 9, and I'll have 3 x's. Negative 3 times negative 2 is positive 6, and I'll have 2 x's, and then this is a negative 6x. All right, last row, negative 10 times 3 is negative 30, and I have x squared. The next one's going to be positive 20x, and the last one's going to be negative 20. All right, now it's time to look for like terms, and they are usually in a box in the diagonals, and sure enough, in this case, it's definitely in the diagonals. All right. So my top left corner, I have 6x to the power of 4. And then I will end up having negative 13x to the 3. The next row, I'm going to end up having negative 20x squared. Finally, 14x, and then minus 20. All right, there you go. Now you get to decide, are you going to do the distributive property? Are you going to do the box method? Or are you going to do both of them back and forth until you figure out which one's the best for you? All right, go have some fun.